months ago, we were invited to do a story on a dynamic new figure in the personal growth movement. But as we looked into this charismatic teacher, we learned that some former students were raising serious questions about her methods and her group. Here's Matt Mahar with our report.
This is Grandmaster Tae-Yun Kim, the highest-ranking female martial artist in the world. Don't let her petite body and beautiful face fool you. This 53-year-old woman could break most of us in half in just seconds. She can hang buckets of water from metal spikes that have been driven through her arms while walking barefoot on hot coals. At her martial arts academy near San Jose, California, she's taught thousands of devoted students her unique blend of martial arts and Eastern philosophy called Jung Soo Wan. She sells self-help books and tapes, and her cable TV show is now available in more than 100 cities across the country.
How we can get our perfect 10 score within our life.
As her notoriety grows, the Grandmaster hopes to spread her message of personal empowerment throughout the world.
Celebrate every living breath as if this is your last breath. And up!
But recently, some of the families of Kim's students have raised serious concerns over the extreme hold they say she seems to have over her most devoted followers.
It's mind-boggling to all of us, believe me.
Gary Hickson says only a year after his son Steve began taking classes at Grandmaster Kim's academy, Steve moved into a home owned by Kim. He then changed his name to Paul Newman and took a job with a computer company run by Kim. He's not alone. In fact, Inside Edition has learned that more than 30 of Kim's top students live together in 3 homes owned by Kim and her instructors. Most of them also work at her computer company, and many have also changed their names. Steve Hickson's father and grandmother have told us they haven't seen the young man in almost 2 years.
I have a lot of fear that I've lost him and that I'm not going to ever get him back.
How would you explain all of this?
I think he's brainwashed.
Wild accusations? Not according to a number of the Grandmaster's former students.
It's been one road up to hell. It's been the worst thing I've ever had happen in my whole life.
Stan and Mary Durr say until recently they were among Kim's closest associates. They are among 10 former students, some shown here, who told us they felt brainwashed by Grandmaster Kim through a combination of harsh physical training, emotional manipulation, and sleep deprivation. Kim says that's hogwash.
It's absolutely unfair, yes, because it isn't truth.
Some of the ex-students say before they knew it, Kim and her close associates gained total control of their lives, demanding all their time and isolating them from friends and family. Renee Cooperstein spent years as a top student and an executive at Kim's computer company.
You're being systematically taught that the whole outside world, anyone who is outside the circle, is evil or dark side.
Peg Jordan produced a number of Kim's popular videotapes.
You either choose now to leave your life, leave your husband, join me, or the road to hell is going to open up for you.
Do you tell people on your team that they should see less of their family and friends?
Oh, come on, Matt. What is wrong? I have to laugh about this.
Grandmaster Kim says she supports strong families and insists she only encourages students to break off from their families if they are living in an abusive situation. The most devoted group members share their most intimate personal secrets with the Grandmaster through written journals and sing songs praising her.
This is a song that you sing here, isn't it? Or that the
no,
members sing?
Song? Which one?
Okay. Please, Grandmaster Kim, please, Grandmaster, take us in. Please, Grandmaster, let us stay. We want to be here every day. Where Grandmaster's light shines bright, COL is where we want to be, now and all eternity. It's almost like they worship you.
Worship? Matt, you were supposed to be a best reporter. You should know the difference of worshiping and respecting.
Are you a cult?
Absolutely not.
But a recent lawsuit brought by one of Kim's former students alleged Kim was operating a cult-like environment when she persuaded her to sign over a $1.2 million trust fund. The suit alleged Kim convinced the student the inheritance was evil. Kim denied these accusations, but cannot comment on the case due to a confidential settlement last summer.
What did you learn, Scott?
Ma'am, it's incredible the power you can generate, ma'am. It's unbelievable.
Focus with you, ma'am, and just believe in you, and just anything can be accomplished, ma'am.
According to Kim, most of the students at the academy take just a few classes a week, are very happy, and have no other relationship with her. Only about 30 of the most devoted rely on her for work and housing. Scott Chamberlain is a successful options trader who studies with the Grandmaster and lives in one of her homes. He says she's helped his life immensely.
She's really dedicated her life to help people. I'm calmer, I'm more relaxed, I have a much better relationship with my family.
The Grandmaster's attorney sent us 14 reference letters from families of her students, including Scott's. But when we contacted Scott's father, he told us he hasn't seen his son, whose name used to be Oliver, in over 2 years, and that the family misses him tremendously. We wanted to directly contact the other families who wrote letters, but the Grandmaster's attorney would not provide us with phone numbers or addresses for that purpose.
I've been crying so much over the last 3.5 months that it's hard for me to even conjure up. I'm not sure what I have left in me anymore.
Former students Stan and Mary Durst brought their son Brian into Kim's group. He now calls himself Peter McGuire. Since his parents left, he has refused to speak with them.
The master hasn't been involved whatsoever in the fact that I've decided for the last 4 months not to communicate with them.
Peter claims his parents emotionally abused him throughout his life, are consummate hippies, and are simply lying about the Grandmaster.
We know ourselves that we did not have an abusive relationship with our son. It just tears your heart out when you realize that, you had a good relationship with your child. And there's no reason for it to be like this now.
Kim and her supporters maintain that their critics are either disgruntled, failed students or families ignorant of Far Eastern culture. In the meantime, Kim says she will continue to teach what she thinks is a life-enriching philosophy.
This moment, if I die, I want to say I did everything I can. I will make a difference and keep us alive and my life.
Last week, attorneys for Grandmaster Kim provided us with a report prepared by an associate professor of religion and philosophy at Roanoke College, who they had hired to evaluate her group. He concluded that there is, quote, no evidence of brainwashing and little credible evidence of disruption of families, end quote. And remember Paul Newman? He didn't return our calls, but we did receive an unsigned letter purportedly from him, stating that the Grandmaster had not broken up his family and that nothing has done more to break up his family than our report.